Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for a Payday 2 news update. You wouldn't think you'd hear me say that again, would you? But there has been a new Payday 2 update for the first time in 9 months. The last one came out December 2023, and here we are nearly exactly 9 months later with a new maintenance update for Payday 2 that has fixed a series of bugs. There's also been some stuff going on with licensed content that I'm going to talk about. That's going to be the main focus of this video, but don't worry too much about that. If you're an existing Payday 2 player, you shouldn't have any long-lasting consequences from that. So initially, getting that out the door so no one starts panicking unnecessarily. In fact, you know what? Since it's a Payday 2 video, why don't we bring back an old favourite? Roll the intro. So, let's just have a little bit of a look over the crashes and fixes first, and then we'll go on from there. There are a series of crash fixes, well, 2 crash fixes for Social Hub and Dominating Cops, and the following fixes here. I'm not going to read them all out, there's not really much need to, but there are some notable things that have been fixed, such as the System Shocked achievement not working, that are things that have been reported over months in the past that haven't yet been handled by Starbreeze. I'm very glad to hear that when I asked Almir about that in the interview and asked him about fixing Payday 2, he did say they were looking into it, and I'm glad to see there's been a result after him saying that. I really do appreciate that. Maybe it was being worked on at the time, maybe the interview drew light to it, I really don't know, but I'm just glad that whatever it caused it, some of these things have been addressed. Not everything has been addressed though, and I do want to mention fellow Starbreeze partner Seadog. She streams a lot of Payday 2 over on her Twitch. She's definitely the most common Payday 2 player out of the current partner base. She has sent me a list of some of the more notable things that haven't yet been fixed, so you can see those on the screen now. She cleared me to use this, and I will link her Twitch in the description, so if you want to get notes and improvements on these patch notes from her, she'll be the best source to go to for things as they happen, but I will keep my eye out, and if there's any big news, I'll report it here as per usual. But I just thought I'd touch on that very briefly so you can see at the very least what's happened there. Now let's talk about the first thing here. Licensed content. Removed expired licensed content, but it does not affect owners who have purchased Payday 2 prior to this update. What is the licensed content? Well, the patch notes might give it away, but we don't actually know officially what content has been removed. Partners haven't been told, the patch notes don't tell us, but we've been able to piece a good amount of it together based on things removed from the Steam store a few weeks ago, as well as things people are unable to access now. So if you don't know, a few weeks ago it was reported by Rusty Chains and a few people in the Payday community. I was planning to do a video, but I was waiting for official confirmation that never came, so that's my fault for not actually going back. I apologise for that. But it was reported that the John Wick heist pack, the John Wick weapon pack, and the Point Break heists had been delisted from the Steam store, so you can no longer buy them and get access to those DLC packs. That's still true. Adding this in here, this video will get choppy, but I did just record a section saying that Jimmy, the Hardcore Henry heists, and the White Streak pistol and Heather submachine gun, all of which were Hardcore Henry content, were not accessible to current players. That's already been fixed. Current players, don't worry, you've got access. I assumed it was a bug and it's been fixed at lightning speed, but it does suggest that will also be content you can't get access to if you buy Payday 2 after this change has gone out. So if you're a new player, you probably won't get access to any of that stuff either. On top of that, John Wick as a character also seems to not be available to new players, and for that, I saw Safi Abakassis' stream. I always struggle saying his name, but fellow Starbreeze partner, he streamed Payday 2 on PC not very long ago, and if you look in his stream, I will link it with a timestamp in the description. He's looking through the characters, he can't see John Wick there. He's not in the list of players. Bodhi is though, so I'm wondering what's going on there, because it seems like that John Wick and Point Break are the 2 biggest targets at the minute, as well as Hardcore Henry possibly. So I'm surprised Bodhi stuck around as a character if the heists are gone. But it could be like a Scarface situation where Scarface was removed as a character, but his heist remained. So who knows? I don't want to speculate too much. These are just the things that I'm hearing, and like I said, this is speculation based on some things of evidence we're seeing, but these could be unique circumstances, and I really do seek all of your help in the comment section below. Any conflicting opinions would be genuinely appreciated because it'll help us get a better idea of what's going on. The only other thing to note is I'm also hearing that Continental coins have been renamed to just coins. Not really a shock when everything John Wick related also seems to be going for anyone who's new to the game, so that is what it is. That's going to be something we'll all have to feel, unfortunately, but I'm sure we can get on with it. We can always still call them Continental coins. It's like Twitter. Is everyone calling it X? No, they're not, but officially it's called that. You can call it what you want. Call them Scrongo coins if you want. I don't really think it'll matter. So that's currently where we're at with what's missing from the game and what I'm managing to gather so far. There could be more, there could be less. As I've said, let me know in the comment section what you can and can't see. And especially if you watch this video and perhaps you have a Steam account that doesn't own Payday 2 and you want to buy it and have a look and see what's there and what isn't, do let me know. I'm not pushing anyone to do that. I'm just saying it'll be good if someone who doesn't currently own the game can get it and let us know what they see, because that's a very specific type of player we need to know the information from, because as it says, owners who have already purchased Payday 2 won't get these issues. So that's something I am looking out for. So if you are fitting that bill and you can let me know, put something in the comment section below. The only other two things I want to say are, first off, I'm gonna guess this is going to apply to consoles as well. When the Scarface issue happened, that had to apply to consoles as well as PC. There's no information here, no official confirmation, so right now that's speculation, but I'm going into this saying assume that's going to be the case, because legally, license-wise, you'd expect any platform with the relevant content to have it removed long-term for anyone who picks up the games afterwards. Even if Payday 2 on console isn't getting many purchases these days, let alone players, you've still got a legal obligation to address it as far as Starbreeze is concerned, so assume that. But the other things you're probably wondering at this point in the video are, first off, why didn't Starbreeze give us any warning? And second off, why are they being so reclusive as to what DLCs are and aren't missing and what free things are and aren't missing? And I do think there genuinely is a good explanation for this, and the reason is, we've seen them handle this before with Scarface. When the character pack was being removed, they announced it ahead of time and gave people a chance to buy that character pack before he was delisted. That was a good way to handle it. People who wanted to get it got hold of it, and then it was gone. Starbreeze got a bit of extra money, players got access to something they were going to lose out on, everyone was sorted. This time we've not had that. And I think there's a very specific reason for this. And that's because if you actually look at the companies responsible for the films that are playing the biggest parts here, they're different companies. Looking via Wikipedia, you can see Scarface is a Universal film, Point Break handled by 20th Century Fox, John Wick by Summit Entertainment, a part of Lionsgate, and Hardcore Henry, STX Films. There are different companies for each of these IPs, and so it's my personal theory, again, speculation, but I feel like it's a decent one to base some theories off, considering how we've seen Starbreeze handle this in the past, but maybe the Universal agreement was a bit more open, and they could say this was ending, but ones with 20th Century Fox, with Lionsgate, STX Films, maybe those are a bit more cloak and dagger, a bit more tight-lipped, and Starbreeze actually can't talk about them. I don't know, and that's why I don't think it's a good idea to jump on anyone here, because there could be wider things at play that we genuinely don't know about, because even the partners don't know what's missing. Don't get me wrong, Starbreeze have made mistakes with a lot of things, especially in the last year with Payday 3, etc., but I'm always one to say criticism should be deserved and not just thrown on for no reason, and I really don't think here getting the pitchforks and torches out is appropriate. That's just my 2 cents. You all do what you want, as I've said before, you guys will have your own opinions, but I personally think there's more at play here. I think it sucks, but I am glad that at least we have a situation where people who own the game already aren't impacted. That's 11 years worth of time for people to pick up this game, and there've been plenty of sales. So granted, there will be people watching this video or after this has come out that will pick up Payday 2, and you guys will miss out on this stuff. That does really suck, but I'm glad that the majority of people who've already played aren't going to miss out. That's a big win, and we could have had something worse where everyone lost access altogether. But there you go. That's everything we know so far. As I've said, if I hear any more news, I will update it in a pinned comment in the description. Let me know all the thoughts and anything you spot in the comment section below. This is something we need to keep an eye on, as it will be a developing story, but I wanted to make sure I put it out there so all of you knew. So thank you all very much for watching, as always, and I will see you all very soon, well, tomorrow, with Dev Update 8 for Payday 3, where we talk about all the content in Fear and Greed update that's coming out on Monday. Busy time for Payday fans. I'll see you all very soon. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Take care.